This episode of What If It's Cool is brought to you by Respro Clothing. Respro Clothing, where you can get the latest merchandise from all the stars, including Luke Resner, Som, Savannah Rowe, Nova Nichols, and my personal favourite, Conflict Axiom. So make sure you check out Respro Clothing. You can find them on Facebook and on Instagram. Part of Reaction Wrestling Wednesdays for I don't even know what date, the 31st of January, and I'm here with my co-host as always, John L. Crossfire. Johnny, I know I've already said it before in the previous episode, but how you doing after the last couple of hours?
Well, I'm still reeling after that death match. That was absolutely insane. I've made a second coffee, so
yeah, and you did.
Either you and or Mrs. Crossfire, and my bowels laid up.
We can hear you singing in the background. Go stir the sugar, put the
because I was like, I had it running, and I was just like, I'll be there in a second, DPC, and I'm like, I don't even know if he can hear me. And Mrs. Crossfire's like, he just nodded yes, and I'm like, okay.
I was screaming into the mic because I thought the speakers were like, yes, I can hear you, mate. Make me a cup of two sugars.
I've actually, despite I had a mocha earlier. And I did put a bit of drinking chocolate here in my cappuccino, but I've getting to a point where I'm putting no sugar at all in my coffee.
Look, I don't drink coffee. That goes right through me whenever I have it. I just say a joke. I don't actually take sugar in my tea either. I just love straight tea like that. Even a hot chocolate. Whenever I see people add more sugar to it, I'm like, what the is wrong with you?
That's like I wouldn't mind. I chuck like a sneaky sugar if I have a cup of tea. But yeah, I've gotten to a point where I can have coffee 9 out of 10 times without sugar because like a lot of them are flavored anyway. So
I never understood why people put sugar in coffee because isn't the whole point of it to be bitter anyway? Like if you want something sweet, just make a hot chocolate for God's sake.
Bitter like my soul.
All right. Well, because we didn't really talk about it in the previous episode. What's coming up in the world of professional wrestling for you, John?
So this is dropping on the 31st. So I'm honestly not sure what's coming up for me specifically in terms of being in person. ICW have their show Nothing But a Good Time Feb 17th, which I made the poster for. It's a 80s rock inspired poster, but I'm at this point, unfortunately, because my appointment, as we mentioned in the previous part, was pushed back. I was up in the air as to whether or not I'd be able to go just to the funds and stuff, but it's literally 3 days after the event. So I'm definitely out of that one because I need the funds to go to Sydney for the eye hospital and all that fun. But at the moment, I'm just waiting for ECW management to get back to me and lock in a date for their second show. I can say that they are looking for April, May-ish, but depends on the venue and everything else. But yeah, hopefully, as I think I said to you in one of the actual, episodes that they've told me that they want to do one a season. They're comfortable letting that be public enough. But I don't know the actual date. But yeah, I'm just chilling right now. I'm just trying to get my health sorted. But so far, I've gotten 2 podcasts recorded. As I mentioned, we did the Wrestlers versus Dinosaurs, which is out now.
Yep.
Feb 4th, our watch along of the men's and women's Royal Rumble will be up. It's a 2-hour, 46-minute and 40-second video, but that factors in the fact that it's 2 Royal Rumbles in there, which went over an hour, and we had no technical difficulties. She said, no technical difficulties. I can't even speak. Leave that in. Who gives a shit?
Well, welcome to my world, mate.
So it literally will serve as straight up alternate commentary for both matches if people see fit, and that's the hope. And hope that people will do it. But yeah, because I know you said you tried to do the other one. I don't know, it was last year's one or the year before? Last year's one. Where there's that it skipped forward because the hotspot dropped out and all that fun stuff. But no, straight from Samantha announcing that the following contest is the Rumble, yada, yada, yada. At some point halfway through her speech, the recording starts and it goes all the way through until the winners have won and they've celebrated. And then, yeah, so check that out. And Keen was probably the smoothest episode I've ever done. I just had to kind of, as I said, just the audio, just a couple of notches, just because we were ranting, reviewing, and marking out. That's the tagline of the show. It always has been. But I'm trying to be more professional, hence the new logo that's on the actual thumbnails and everything. Obviously, I've still got this one just because it's just me. So that's my logo. It's like singles theme versus tag team theme. You know what I mean? But no, it's was very smooth. I was very happy with how it went, and I hope people enjoy it. But yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah.
I'm on my second coffee, so this is going to be.
Oh, so just like a regular TED Talk. Okay. No,
Ah,
that's really good. I can't wait for that. I will definitely check that because I had a lot of fun watching particularly the women's Rumble with my son Bubs, and oh my God, he's never watched a Rumble before. What a Rumble to watch on your first go. So I'm
I went
very
on
happy.
record on the episode, whatever my opinion's worth. I'm just a mark with a microphone, as I like to say.
Mm.
That is hands down the best women's Rumble they've had so far since the start.
100%.
Last year's, I think, was the best up until that point, but this year, I think topped it. It was
I don't remember last year's one.
the
Like,
last year was when Rhea won.
oh wait. Was
Went
that was that
right
the
up.
one? Was that the one where Ronda came back out and she was completely booed, or was that the year before?
That was the year before when Ronda
Oh,
won.
okay, yeah, okay.
But in saying that, that was actually a really good Rumble match in its own right, and then same as the men's
That that
Rumble
it,
that year.
it,
And then
it it
the
was that
winners
one
just
that
kind
one
of
that
went,
killed me.
yeah. But it's I'm done. I'm done.
Hmm. For old DPC himself, obviously I've got Alpha Pro Wrestling. We have first Energy Show, which will be happening on the February 10th at 2 p.m. All tickets are available for $10. So if you want to get those tickets, please check the link in the description. Also on the February 10th, we have Glorious Purpose featuring the Heavyweight Championship tournament. It's going to be a fucking ripper. I can't wait to be a part of that. I should also point out, because a lot of people have reached out to me, the vignette that was filmed and produced last week is all in character. I am okay. Nothing is wrong. I appreciate everyone that reached out to me, but here are the two things that you should know. One, it says alpha on the right hand bottom of the right hand side. And two, there's fucking music there. Why, if I was in anything was wrong, why would I make a video that has music in the background?
And I will say again to the person that kind of edit, produced, and
Which is me.
everything else, wink, wink, that was what I was going for. Kudos, because no, it was brilliantly done. Like I'm a
Thank you.
sucker for the promos, and yeah, I do actually. I could mention with tickets aren't on sale yet, but I will March 23rd, which is before April. I just worked that out in my head. ADHD.
Hmm.
Insane Asylum for ICW, which is their biggest show of the year. I will be there on commentary just because it's the biggest show of the year. It's one of
Beautiful.
hopefully two shows I'll definitely be at, but try and make the others as well. October, I'm what if it's cool exclusive? I am, if I'm cleared by then, I've been told there is a spot, and my goal was end of 2024, 2-3 years ago when I said it. So let's not get our hopes up, but this could be
I'll keep you in my prayers
it's
on that
cool.
one because I reckon that's gonna happen, mate. I gotta be optimistic. That's gonna happen. Now, oh, we have a ripper of an
Yeah.
episode. What are we reacting to?
So I was like, I had opened my phone. That's why I was looking down. Hopefully, I wasn't being rude, just to make sure I didn't accidentally say the wrong name. Because anyway, you said we're doing two of these. You pick one, I pick one, and I
Yeah.
was so kind of when I found the ones we did, and I'm like, oh yeah, I was thinking of like maybe like one of the cage matches because there's like two or three cage matches in there, and then you're like, well, I'm thinking a ladder match, and I was like,
Yes.
oh yeah, and then I was like, hang on, I've got the best one yet. I know
Who we got?
DPC has a massive man crush on one on one Ritchie Taylor. I typed in Ritchie Taylor to the old YouTube, and what pops up? But a ladder match, which DPC was vibing, featuring Ritchie Taylor, also featuring Heavyset Violence Michael Weaver,
Oh God.
the atmospheric Zane Zodiac,
The
in a
current Lightweight
triple threat
champion of Alpha.
ladder match at the APW 2-year anniversary show.
Oh my God. I've not watched this match, but I've
Neither
heard
have
it's
I, but
really
I took a
good.
little sneaky look and I read the description and I looked at the thumbnail and I was like, sweet mother of God, let's go.
And with that being said, let's get right into the action. All right.
Well, just finished that already, so there's that. Ah, my God. Make sure the logo isn't showing
Hey,
because
there's Smack Daddy. Now, I've said this multiple times to Michael himself. I hate his theme music.
you
And
hate
what's
his
what
thing music.
and because it's like,
Oh,
who's here trying to start a bang? Like I remember when I heard that in Into the Spider-Verse, I just couldn't stand it. And every time it's on at work, I message Mike. I was like, Mike, your music's on. He's like, ha, suffer.
I
Love you,
thought you were
Mike.
gonna say you genuinely like hated it like as a song, and I was like, oh,
No, I don't know. It just doesn't do it for me. But for a song that I really do like, obviously Ritchie's, "The Living End." Um,
yes, roll on.
yeah, roll on. I was about to say Dirty Man. I went, no, 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 roll on, roll on.
Um, I still very remember that show very fondly because, as I've mentioned 100 times on your show and my show, that was Mrs. Crossfire's first ever show. Just as a proper fan, and just she was front row, and Callum Butcher and Vixen fucking killed each other in that death match, and it was awesome.
Ritchie's at least at that point retirement match, right?
Yes, yes. Ritchie
Yeah.
versus Joel with the top rope brainbuster, and I think that for the first time in his life, the fact that Joel was such a short ass saved him because it was nasty.
Joel, I didn't say that. You can direct all those punches to John, okay?
Place. Like, dude, if I get cleared, like I'm not doing none of that deathmatch stuff because my body's just broken as it is health wise nowadays. But I would give anything to be able to wrestle Joel. Like a lot of the guys that I know personally wrestled Joel back in the day when he was doing his Canberra/New South Wales trips, and can't say anything, anything bad about him. And he's just obviously gotten better and better. This is a man that, again, we can't have just Victorians on the show, but the Victorians made a massive mark at the first Extreme Capital Wrestling show, and
I
some of
love
the
that.
stuff
I
that
love
like
that photo from Dell. That there was a sign in the crowd that says Victoria does it better. God damn right we do.
honestly, in terms of professional wrestler, and I'm meant to be like, New South Wales ACT, but Victoria, despite the fact that PWA is, arguably the best in the country as a whole for just one promotion, but as a region,
Ooh.
Victoria has always been on top for professional wrestling, and it just gets better.
I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to say all promotions are great. Anyone who wants to take a problem at John for saying that, just direct all the hate comments to him, please. I don't share his comments.
I feel like MCW used to be the best one, but when the new
John,
management,
John, John, don't incriminate yourself.
I'm just saying it from a fan perspective. Like I've never worked with any of those promotions. I never will because I'm not talented enough. But from
Nah,
a
no,
fan perspective, I feel like PWA
let's not
is
get any controversy. Oh
Richie's
my
honestly
God,
one
I
of the
love him.
nicest dudes I've ever met, though, in all honesty.
I know, right?
I was just doing my thing, and like, as I said, like, it's like, fuck it, I was staying at the Arrow, so I just messaged Joel, and I was like, look, I know I paid for my ticket, but free helps for help. Like, can I come like help set up? And he's like, yeah, man. And Ritchie went out of his way, and he, shoot name, but he literally went out of his way, tapped me on my back to get my attention. Was like, hey man, I'm such and such. Nice to meet you. I'm like, he didn't have to do that. Like, I didn't even realize he was behind me, but he went out of his way to be like, oh, new face. Nice to
Oh,
meet you. Like, I was like, yeah.
I hope to work with Richie sometime soon. I love the guy so much. I know it's a joke, you know, that he's my man crush, but I actually love the guy. He's absolutely fantastic.
He is absolutely, and I feel like it's almost overused at this point because I keep saying this person's a fantastic talent, this person's a phenomenal talent, but I've said it so many times that you could argue that, although the nostalgia from the '90s and stuff is there, that wrestlers as a whole all around the world are more talented nowadays with the evolution of the business than they've ever been,
Oh yeah.
especially in Australia. Like, we have so much untapped potential that could they could go anywhere in the world and thrive. And it's just why I like doing these videos, because I'm like, surely someone somewhere will see it from another country and be like, oh, need to check out this Australian wrestling.
Oh yeah.
And even people in Australia like don't realize that indie wrestling exists. And when WWE and stuff come over, they're like, yeah, wrestling. It's like, dude, there's
Oh,
wrestling. Oh, double teaming Michael Weaver to start there, but like they don't realize there's wrestling in Australia, and it's like, bro, there's wrestling pretty much every other weekend in any major like city at this point. But going for the ladders early.
I'm just gonna
Doing it.
admit it. I think I've only ever attended one live ladder match in my entire time being a fan in Australia.
I'm trying to think if I've actually been in attendance for a ladder match.
Actually, no, that was a cage match. No, I've never been with in a ladder with one with a ladder. Oh wait, what am I saying? The ladder, the PCW Destiny ladder match. I went to the first few of them.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but and those were fantastic. Now, is this for the heavyweight championship?
I don't think it even. Oh my god! There's your first ladder tumble. Ritchie just ate. I don't think it even said in the description. I think it just said APW 2-year anniversary, yada yada yada. And obviously,
Uh,
because we
well, I
muted
think
it
from
for
memory at this
copyright.
point, I think Ritchie was the champion. I think could be wrong. I'm because I wasn't well. This is a point where I wasn't watching Australian wrestling for a brief time.
Boot to the mush. And again, as simple like and basic as his gear is here,
Hmm.
I absolutely love Zane Zodiac's gear. The color scheme is awesome, and just the boom. Here's my logo. Here's my name.
I,
Works.
I've always preferred his yellow
Yes.
tights, but I think I said it when Weaver and Maddie Wild were on when they did their reaction video to their match, that I'd never seen the grey one, but I actually do like it.
Because like the yellow just pops on the gray, so it just accentuates it. Look at me using
Oh
big words. Oh, Weaver went for a splash or something, but got cut off by Ritchie with a ladder.
no, he's just got running the ropes, and then yeah, Richie got him in the back. Oh God!
He was setting Zane Zodiac up for disaster, but Ritchie inadvertently actually saved one of his opponents. The beauty of a triple threat. I love the multi-mans.
Oh
Oh God, here we go. Zane Zodiac,
oh God!
almost like a double step crossbody from the ladder to the rope. I want that Zane Zodiac shirt.
Which one? The yellow one?
Yes.
Oh, I'm pretty sure if you mention Zane Zodiac on Instagram, you probably might get one.
So someone buy some of the things that I'm selling so I can buy a Zane Zodiac shirt.
Yeah, definitely check out John L. Crossfire's pro wrestling tee shirt shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what, DPC? I don't want to distract too much from the action here, but you just had JSA on for an actual episode,
Mm.
and he's bragging about how he's fitting into a small, and look, that's all well and good for him. But I got to a point where I got up to 2XL, brother, and I was just like, that was the biggest I've been. This shirt's a large, and it's a bit short, bit tight on the broad shoulders, but my tummy is fitting quite nicely in this, so I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah,
happy with that.
we'll talk about that a
Oh
little bit
my
after the
God,
show.
buckle bomb. Oh, you have a little Terry Funk action? The Whirly Bird special? No. Oh, yep. Kind of a lawn dart
Oh,
at the same mixture of an airplane spin and a lawn dart. Whoa, that was a my God.
oh man, he nearly clopped our Weaver. Oh shit.
Oh, duck, duck, goose. You know, I'm it's annoying me because like I'm trying to focus on the match, but I'm trying to legit think
Oh
if I've been in
God.
attendance for a ladder match. That was nasty. I
Oh.
think I've only the only big stipulation I think I've been for was a cage match at a WWE event with Dean Ambrose / John Moxley, and Seth Rollins. I don't think I've done a ladder match.
Mm.
Have to change that.
ECW, if you're listening, listen up a ladder match. Oh
Featuring
shit.
John L. Crossfire. What? Oh, super kick. Oh, rolling elbow.
Can we just say that the rolling elbow from Richie Taylor is probably one of the best in the business? Because it looks so
100
fucking
percent. Like
painful.
besides maybe Chris Hero, who Richie himself is openly admitted is like his biggest inspiration.
Hmm.
I don't think like I'm talking rest like
Oh,
ever. Any wrestler I've seen, I don't think I've ever seen anyone hit it better than Richie Taylor, regardless of promotion, country. Like
person.
yeah, it's just awesome. Like, what back
Oh
up?
man, I hate those spots because I know what it's like to fall on a ladder. Don't ask. Oh god, it always looks so painful.
So for someone that doesn't want to get in the ring and take bumps, you sure know a lot about taking painful bumps.
Unfortunately, I'm a very clumsy person, and I've yeah. Let's
Um,
not go into it, John. Because anyone that knows me outside of all this, they know how clumsy I really am. Oh,
oh, good lord!
oh.
That chop legit just echoed in my earphones or headphones rather. That was awesome.
Wait till you hear it live, mate. Have you ever seen Weaver live?
No, I don't think so. No.
It's so much more scarier live, dude. I even told him this recently when I was at APW. It just echoed through, and I was in the far back, and I'm like, dude, I don't know how you do it, but that's scary.
The only actual show I've been to actually in Victoria was the DMZU roll-on show. But like I've seen like the handful of interstaters that have come up for World Series and stuff like that here and
Mm.
there, just random indie shows in the Sydney area that they've traveled to. I've seen JXT a handful of times, but haven't really seen many Victorians. So hopefully again,
Oh wait,
same capital restaurant. Let's change
Weaver's
that.
not
Oh,
from
good
Victoria
God.
though.
Oh, that's right. He's from geez, he's from South
Adelaide,
Australia.
Adelaide.
Adelaide, yeah, South
Yep,
Australia.
yep.
But he does frequent the Victoria area quite a lot.
Not as much as
And
he
is
used
that
to, but
yes?
I mean,
But,
I'd love for Michael to come and live here in Victoria. Like,
but there is a reason that they flew him over quite a lot.
oh, it awesome.
Up the back on its feet, beautiful. Like where did he go? There he is. Oh shit, there's the other guy. Double baseball slide drop kick. Oh, it's a yellow.
So,
It's Zane Zodiac personal ladder.
this is like I think this is because like you know like I do camera work as well. The fact that they're using the you know the one that's on the shoulder that's so much nostalgia for me. I love it.
I think
I miss
this
those
is
cameras
completely
so much.
this is completely ADHD, but again, this is just who I am as a person. I
Yeah.
think some indie promotion did actually do this. I don't think I'm like thinking it, but it's like the color coded ladder. It just reminded me because it's yellow. I swear there actually was a match somewhere where you had to climb a specific color ladder. Otherwise, if you pulled the belt down or whatever was hanging, it didn't qualify. It was in the US somewhere. I can't remember who
Oh
did
my
it,
God, that
but it
is
was
such a
a
good
six-person
idea.
ladder match or something. I don't know if it was 6 person, but it was a multi-person ladder match. And they had like 5 or 6 different colored ladders, and you had to climb like. And they did the thing where like you draw it like out of a hat, like this is your color. Oz Wrestling, get on this. It just reminded me because again ADHD. It matched Zodiac's gear,
Yeah.
and I was like, this has to be a thing. And then yeah, I was listening to another podcast. I think it was with Sally Callahan or someone, and they actually had done that somewhere. And I was like, God damn it,
I think that's a good idea.
some Vince Russo, but I love it.
I think is that broken? Oh, okay, they setting it up.
Well, if it wasn't broken, it's about to be. I was saying, Boo Earns.
I was saying Ritchie.
Oh,
Well,
Richie looks like he fucked up.
Oh,
Nice, 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 nice. The big man is rocked. Taking
oh,
him down. Oh, double shotgun dropkick, and now the ladder's broken.
oh!
God damn.
That's bad.
Brain Buster. I love when Ritchie does the rolling forearm into the brainbuster combo.
Yeah, but it's still oh, devastating to look at that sort of stuff, you know?
And I think I definitely need to get to an adrenaline show at some point, especially with some of the talent they've got coming
Oh,
through now.
you definitely have to come
I
down.
have to get to an Alpha Pro show now as well, now that they're back. Jesus.
There's a lot of companies here in Victoria you need to come and check out. Everyone is doing well. Everyone's kicking goals right now.
Yeah, well, I saw actually, I think they've got another show coming up start of March too, don't they? Now that they've
Yes,
just
we have Headstrong. I just for luck we can't
yes,
remember the date off the top of my head.
March 2nd. And
March
that's
2nd.
this is the reason I bring it up because MXW has a show on the same night. But they're literally, I think there's like a 5, 6 hour drive between the two. And I'm like, that's so cool that like literally like every area of Victoria basically is being hit with wrestling. And it's I wish I had like what you guys had, like awesome.
Mm.
People in New South Wales just run against each other just to be dicks, and they're in like a 30-minute drive of each other. Ah, ooh, ah. I do like Weaver's gear now.
I am
zoom in on.
I've never asked
Oh,
him what is that pattern on the on his back.
it just
Oh,
screams '90s to me. Like,
gotta block that. What's whose music? Who's coming out?
oh, someone's coming out. Look, a distraction. What is happening? I'm so confused.
Oh, okay, looks like it's stopped.
Oh, drop kick. Oh God, his head just hit the corner. Damn,
There we go.
look at that. That was cool. It's cool. I apologize.
I didn't realize that that was already 17 minutes. That was
Wait,
the
what?
like yeah. Did that feel like 17 minutes? It
Yeah,
felt
because the video is
oh
20.
look, there's Nova. Oh, who's
Oh
that? Is that
yeah.
Marshall? Yeah, is that Marshall or is that I don't know who that is. Oh, something. Hang on. Oh no, that's Crash.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just because like the hairstyle is like when because like but literally about to call him by shoot name. Marshall's hair was like that back then.
Apparently, Marshall is one of the very few people from my trips up north that still speaks highly of me. I learned at the ECW show, so I'm very happy with that.
Wow. I really wish I was still watching
His camera work
wrestling at
said
this
he's
point.
shooting him. And even Mrs. Crossfire was like, "Who?" And I was like, "Oh, Marshall." And she's like, "Oh yeah." And I was like, "My bad." Appointments. Insert name here. He's doing some really cool right now, IRL, obviously for confidential, reasons. I won't out what he's doing in his personal life, but what he's been currently working on with the cameras and stuff is awesome.
Yeah, for those who don't know, I was part of his short film. Here is your winner. Playing myself.
So
And if when that movie does come out, I just wanted to point this out that. Well, hang on, before I even do that, gentlemen, and this is why I love Richie. Like, just he's absolute dead set legend to do stuff like this.
hell yeah,
Mm.
I believe is that Joel Bateman in the background with hair? No, no, it's not.
Nah,
Joel.
I think Joel was still in Adelaide at this point. I think when this came out.
Legit looked like Joel from an angle, and I was like, "Oh God!" I'm like, "How old actually is?" I joke. It's fine.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, obviously I was part of James Marshall's short film Here's Your Winner. Not only by playing myself, but if you look when that does come out, if you look very carefully in the background, you'll see me in the crowd a few times, and sometimes actually just putting my head out like this. Um, but also when you watch certain bits of it, where obviously there's no audio, it's more music and stuff, you'll see me doing this. Can you guess what I'm doing? Can you guess what I'm saying? James Marshall OnlyFans over and over and over again.
Well, actually, I've
And I
started.
got Tomo to do it too.
I started going through like the backlogs of ones that I was yet to listen to. And I started with the G Compact Axiom one, and I popped so hard because I knew that that was the one where it like started in, and I was legit cooking dinner while I was listening to it, and I was like just crying, and I was like, bro.
And
Um,
you can confirm that he was the one who actually started. It was not me. I just carried it on and made it and perfected it.
oh, dude, I'm very excited to watch that though. The moment it was announced, I was sharing it everywhere as much as I could because I know how good he is with the camera, and like I
Oh
love
yeah.
seeing the sneaky little behind the scenes stuff that they were doing as well. And I was like, dude, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to watch it.
Oh, so mate, I can't wait. But anyway, let's get back to the match. It's I like I just said, but just before it finished, I still can't believe that was 17 minutes. That
Yeah,
literally
yeah, like
felt like five. Like I'm like, what? That's done? Like, what?
it
That
was, it
and
was
that's
fun.
the type of match you want to have. But if you forget what time it is, um, man, that's cool. That's really good.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
And I'm still a little confused as to what happened. Like I'm assuming it was meant to be some sort of distraction specifically for Ritchie, I'm guessing, if you were to watch it properly. But
Yeah, I don't know the whole storyline because like I said, that was from a period where I wasn't watching Australian wrestling, and I really regret that I wasn't watching wrestling at all. Like just besides clips of here and there and DVDs that I have, because just from what I've heard from fans and just from people who I've met in wrestling now, um, that the companies that were from that round time that I wasn't watching, there was a lot of good stuff that I've missed, and I now have to go back and watch so much of it, because yeah, it's Victoria is where it's at when it comes to wrestling.
a
Um,
100%, dude, 100%.
Look, I don't want to be I don't want to sound biased because like it's just because I live in Victoria, I see everything in Victoria. I don't have the funds to go to every single state to go watch wrestling. But this is why we say to everyone, and then when they watch these episodes, to send us submissions of what you want us to watch, so we can get the promotions out for these several great promotions out there in Australia. Because we're not reacting to stuff from overseas unless I have a guest that's from overseas that we do something like that. Um, Other than that, this is purely Australian made content that we want to check out and we
And the
want to
thing is, like,
showcase.
we have like the list keeps growing, and there's a handful of stuff from Perth and Adelaide and stuff as well. But the issue is we can't also don't want to focus on the one state or the one promotion every single time.
Or the one person.
The one person.
Yeah. Uh
Yeah.
yeah, so we do really want to be checking out everything, and but also we also need to have permission from a lot of these
Yes, which
companies
is the
too,
main
which is
thing.
sometimes a little bit of a handful to do because either we actually have to download the actual footage and get the promotion get the permission, or the stuff is not they don't want us to do. So not name names, but it does happen sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. But yes, please let us know. Reach out to us, comment in the comment section, or send me an email. What if it's called what if it's called business@gmail.com. I'll read them and I'll reply to you. Oh, well, that's it. That's it for the regular version of Reaction Wrestling Wednesdays. Part three, which will be featuring John Stop Action, will be premiering in a few hours at 7 p.m. Um, just lastly, where can we find Court and Conversation on all socials, Johnny?
So as I've talked about, like I'm trying to make the pod more professional, quote unquote. Like still going to be f bombs galore, just because half the time I say them without even realizing them. But I'm trying to market it kind of as CIC Pod. So everything has been changed. The Facebook page has even been changed to CIC Pod. The actual show itself on the distributors has just been changed from Courting Conversation with John L. Crossfire to just Courting Conversation. I've got a new thumbnail, etc., etc. I can't update it on Instagram just because the handle was already taken. That's why it was at Courting Conversation to begin with. But yeah, I'm trying to just narrow it down. It's at CIC Pod, Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, if you just type in CIC Pod in like one word, you should, in fairness. Oh, I think someone else on X has it, but I don't actually have an X account, and I couldn't be bothered to set up a second one for that.
Yeah, we don't need Twitter. It's a load of crap.
Twitter X.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get into the habit of calling that. Yeah, but yeah, just go to my main Instagram at sensation_LJ. The graphics page and pod are in my bio, but then everything else like Facebook for actual Crossfire stuff and everything, it's all in the link tree, plus my pro wrestling tees. This is the very OG logo that was designed many, many moons ago by Kurt and Jerker Designs. Yeah, Amazon wishlist. I've got a handful of wrestling memorabilia and for sale. If you're interested, check it out. It's in my little highlight tab. But yeah, I'm pretty easy to find. As DPC said one day, I think it was like 64 Instagram stories or something. I'm trying to be more conscious of that, but I don't know.
Mate, I said it as a joke. Okay, I don't care that you do. I don't care that you post that much. I think that's really good, because not naming names, and they're not in the wrestling industry, but there are so many influencers that post every fucking 5 minutes of their life.
Yeah, no, like that's way too much for me.
Yeah. And whenever I see it, I just like, no, I'm not going to look at that stuff.
Mine is mainly just posting random memes that I find. But no, if y'all could go to the graphics page, Crossfire_graphics, and give that a follow, I would very much appreciate that. Because as my eye starts to get better and my graphics start to get better, I want to try and branch out in that. I want to do an actual course, but I'm gonna have to wait like a year or two just the eyes completely healed. No, I'm really trying to branch out into that. I think this is going out. Would you say it's the 31st? Would be Wednesday. Right. It's actually the last day of my monthly design challenge that I've been doing. I haven't been doing a design a day because I did it, but I'm posting them daily. As of today, which is Monday, I believe I'm up to day 20. Yeah, day 29. What is quick math? It'll be the 80s. I'm going to post something which I'm sure DPC will appreciate. There's a lot of pop culture references in there that I know that I'm sure he'll know that for. And then yeah, the last days actually I didn't turn out how I liked it, but today when this goes up, I photoshopped both of our respective dads into one of our wedding photos because obviously there didn't turn out quite as good as I would have liked. But yeah, it's just I thought basically day 31 was your choice pretty much. So it was basically whatever came into my ADHD brain, but then a Facebook memory came up about the day that I introduced my dad to my lovely wife, the first time they got to meet, and I just always say I regret taking the photo. So yeah, just go follow the graphics page, trying to get more content out, trying to build a following. KO actually said that the KO Sports, like that's owned by Fox, hit me up about my Fairmade Royal Rumble poster, and they absolutely loved it. So
nice,
I made my day. I'm like, hey, KO, you need a graphic designer for your wrestling stuff? Hit me up. But no, I'm trying to get more graphic stuff because everyone's doing it hard in these times, but the graphics that I'm selling here and there are paying for groceries, so it would be appreciated.
Well, that being said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the show and enable those notifications to stay up to date whenever we post anything. If you can't wait for the next video, make sure to check out What If It's Cool on all your podcasts. It is available wherever you get your podcasts. I know I just stuffed up that line, but also to make sure to check out Corner Conversation. It is also available wherever you get your podcasts. And until next time, make sure to buy our merch, even though this is not for sale yet, but John's is. We'll catch you on next
And I apologize for being so long-winded in that answer. Peace.